everybody. This is Around Town with Seanine and Caramy, and we are at Countryside Flower Shop. Today we are celebrating Christmas in July. This is when they have to plant poinsettias. Do you know what a poinsettia is? Well, here it is.
Aren't they beautiful? Look at all the different colors.
Today, we're going to learn about how they plant them, when they start in July, and how you get them in December. And then I'm going to read you a story about Christmas and hope you have a wonderful day. So I hope you learn a lot today. Here we go. Well, we are inside. Where are we, Brent?
You are in a greenhouse for Countryside.
Wow, well this is Brent. He's one of the owners of Countryside.
Hi.
And it's very exciting that we're here. We're going to learn about what?
We're going to learn about poinsettias today.
We are celebrating Christmas in July, as I said before, and we're going to find all about these little plants. Do you know anything about them? I know I don't. So we're going to have that and a story later on, and we'll find all about all the plants at Countryside because they're so beautiful, right? Well, Brent, what do you want to tell us?
Let's teach you guys how to grow poinsettias. Let's teach you how poinsettias are grown here at Countryside. That's a better way to say it. So here, man, we'll take that. So what we do is we'll buy in the plants. They come in, they're called young plants, so they're little teeny babies. And in these little babies, what they did is they took part of another plant and they cut it and they put it in this little foam, and then it grew roots.
Where do you get them from?
We buy these in from a company out of New Jersey.
Oh, New Jersey's the place for baby plants.
Okay. For baby poinsettias. And then what we'll do is we'll take these baby plants and then we'll actually put the baby plants on or in each pot. Is what they're doing right over here is they're transplanting the baby plants into the pots.
Wow. And how many of these do you have to plant?
How many do we grow this year?
4,400.
Wow, and will you sell them all? Like, I mean, I know I buy one.
We sell pretty close to all of them.
Yep.
Wow. And then, I mean, I know they get really big, right? So, and they're going to change color and...
We have anywhere from reds to whites to pinks. This year we're doing yellow and orange.
Oh my God.
Yeah, orange poinsettias.
Orange poinsettias. Variegated to double bract. We'll have a nice selection.
Well, so now, how do I know what color that's going to be?
It's a good question. I don't know. Actually, we'd have to look at the tag. All of the plants. That's a great question. All the plants that we grow at Countryside, we actually put a label in so we know exactly what they're going to turn out to be. Otherwise, yeah, you can't tell the difference with this. It's just a green poinsettia. So.
Of course, I asked that.
That's a good question.
That's funny.
Christmas Beauty Princess. It ends up being a peachy, speckled, pinky color.
Wow, that's so cool. And so they just, obviously they've taken that plant from that plant in order to make it.
Correct. So, yeah.
And so now your orange ones, they obviously developed that there? Like they figured out how to make an orange poinsettia?
Yeah, so what they'll do is they breed them and they select out of all of the different parents, and then they find the ones that they like, and then basically they'll just take pieces of those and they'll root them, and then this is a clone of its original parent.
Do, do, do.
It is, it's a clone of the original one that was this color.
All right.
Yep.
Very neat. And okay, I have to ask you another important question. Poinsettia, poinsettia, how do you say it?
Tomato, tomato. Potato, potato.
They don't care as long as you buy one.
You want to say it.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. Okay. So
It's all personal preference.
Really?
It really is, yes.
Okay.
So what makes this turn from a green plant into a flowering poinsettia? As the summer days get shorter and the nights get longer, these plants are basically perceiving that, and that causes them to start to flower. So long nights, short days, poinsettias flower. Right now it's long days and shorter nights, and they grow just green.
okay. Now, is there any sort of weather that we could have that would be bad for them to grow? I mean, obviously they're in a greenhouse, so they are protected here.
Well, they're protected, but obviously when it's not real sunny out, then there could be problems. They don't grow as fast as they should, or they can have issues. So that's what makes them real sensitive.
So we would have a problem in December then?
Yes. Yes. Basically, they're flowering at that point. They just
Okay.
they want to flower. They're not so much interested in growing as much as they are flowering. Keep walking.
All right.
Show you what else is going on.
All right, now show us what else is going on in the world.
Yeah.
Jeremy, don't touch that.
So here's something interesting that we do. When you grow in a commercial greenhouse, you use a lot of fertilizer.
Oh.
And we try to use fertilizer very responsibly here, and try not to get any into the groundwater or waste any, because it's very expensive. So what we're doing here is we built this contraption that uses water, so it's water powered. As water goes through it, it pulls fertilizer out of the barrel, and then it puts it into the water, and then we send it to the plants.
Wow.
So it allows us to basically use fertilizer very efficiently and very effectively, and yeah, that's how you fertilize in a commercial greenhouse.
Very cool. And how hot does it get in there? I mean, it seemed okay.
Right now it's fine. Obviously when it's real sunny out, it could be 20 degrees out, and when it's sunny and the vents are closed, it'll stay very, very nice. Very, very nice. Let's say 70, 75 degrees.
Oh, okay.
With the heat off.
With the heat off.
Yep.
Okay.
So
I mean, November. Will those plants still be in there in November, or will they have moved on?
they'll either be here or they'll be at Countryside at that point.
Depending how big they've gotten.
Yeah.
Okay. And then in November, it probably is still 75 degrees in there.
Yeah, pretty close.
Okay. So
Yep.
you keep it at a normal kind of temperature.
Yep, so what we do is all the boilers that we have right behind us that I'm standing in front of right now, there's little rubber pipes underneath all the benches, and we circulate water through those.
Oh.
And what it does is it keeps the roots warm. When you keep roots warm on a plant, it has a tendency to be happier. So I'll show you that real quick.
Okay.
These are all the rubber pipes right here
Oh, look at that.
that the heat runs through to keep all of the roots warm.
Huh. So they never get cold, no matter how cold it is outside.
That is correct. Plus
It's like a blanket.
Yeah, plus we also have, it's a heating blanket. Plus we also have actual heaters that heat the air. They're sitting
Okay.
down there on the end of the greenhouse.
Oh, you know what? What are these above here?
Lights
Oh,
right here?
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh no, these actually.
Oh, this is a sensor, but these are drip emitters. We hang hanging baskets from these.
Oh, okay.
So we can actually hang a hanging basket, and then this goes in the pot, and that's how you water them.
Oh, okay. So they get watered from that.
Well, these get watered by hand.
Oh,
but
by hand.
Yeah, when we're growing hanging baskets, we use these.
How do you get to the ones in the middle?
The benches actually move.
Oh, wow.
The benches roll, kind of like in a library.
Oh, yes, we have them.
So you can roll them this way or that way.
Oh, that's fascinating.
To maximize space utilization, the benches move back and forth.
How long does it take to water all the plants?
Not ridiculously long, but
No?
yeah, down the road we're gonna put some more technology in here that'll help us water even faster. So.
Okay.
Yep.
That's a lot of plants to water. Maybe we need some volunteers.
He's like, no.
No. Wow.
So what we'll end up doing is we'll end up growing a lot of the plant material will be grown, poinsettias will be grown in that side of the greenhouse, which is a little bit better climate than this portion of the greenhouse. But we'll grow in here to help finish off. When the plants are a lot larger and they're more adult than they are now, then we'll use this space to finish the plants in.
Okay.
And this is just a little more simplified. This is a lot simpler than over.
Where do they get the bows and the pretty stuff?
Comes
Those
from-
get decorated at the store?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. All the foil, bows, ribbons. What are the twirly? What do you think?
Ting-ting.
Ting-tings. Get,
Oh.
yeah.
Who knew?
That's a fun name.
Yes, the ting-tings are also in the store.
Oh.
Yeah. So out here, most of we don't do much decorating if any out here.
Yeah.
That all gets done by the talent at the store. I can't even foil a poinsettia.
Can't mess with the ting tangs.
No ting-ting for me. I'll grow them, and then the talent does the ting-ting thing.
Wait, so you can grow plants, but you can't put them in
No.
like a... Oh, okay.
No.
So no bouquets for you.
No, not that skilled. I can grow you whatever you want, but no ting-tings.
Well, all right. Well, we've learned a lot here. Just that alone, I think.
Makes it worth it.
It does.
Just ting-
Here is the greenhouse after all the poinsettias have grown. Aren't they beautiful?
okay.
Well, I hope you enjoyed our tour of Countryside behind the scenes. And I want to recommend a book to you to find out more about poinsettias. Is The Legend of the Poinsettia by Tommy DePaula. So that's a great one to read. But I'm going to share another Christmas story right now. A Christmas for Bear by Bonnie Becker, illustrated by Katie McDonald Denton. So here we go.
A Christmas for Bear by Bonnie Becker, illustrated by Katie McDonald Denton. Ooh, it looks cold, doesn't it? Oh my. It's hard to think about Christmas in July. Bear had never had a real Christmas. He never had a tree with a sparkling star, or candy canes, or even gingerbread bears. I wonder if he had a poinsettia. But he'd read all about it. Clearly, the most important thing was pickles. Do you think the most important part about Christmas is pickles? Let's see. One frosty night, Bear heard a tap, tap, tap on his front door. I wonder who's coming. When he opened the door, there was Mouse, small and gray and bright-eyed. "Merry Christmas!" cried Mouse. "Maybe," said Bear. Oh no. Oh, look at his pretty tree though. Wow. Mouse looks so happy. Bear had agreed to have a Christmas party. He'd never had one before. "Do we open the presents first?" Mouse asked eagerly. "Presents?" Bear shook his head. "Most unseemly." What? Mouse's eyes opened wide. "No presents?" "We shall sit around the tree and eat. I might even read a poem. Surely that will do," Bear declared. Then Bear went to the kitchen to get the Christmas pickles. But when he came back, no Mouse. Oh, I wonder where Mouse went. "Mouse, where are you?" Mouse didn't answer. Bear heard a tiny scurrying sound. It was coming from upstairs. Bear climbed the stairs to his bedroom. The scurrying sound was under his bed. "Mouse?" "Yes," came a muffled voice. "Are you looking for a present?" Mouse peeked out from under the bed. He had a bit of dust on his nose. "Perhaps," said Mouse. "Unnecessary hogwash," Bear scolded. "We have pickles, remember." "Oh," said Mouse. And Mouse trudged behind Bear back to the living room. Bear went to the kitchen to get the cheese. But when he got back to the living room, no Mouse. "Mouse, you're looking for a present again, aren't you?" "Maybe," came a tiny voice. It was out in the hall. Bear opened the closet door. There was Mouse, small and gray and guilty-eyed. "Not even a tiny present?" squeaked Mouse. "The pickles are from France," declared Bear. "But surely," said Mouse. "And furthermore," continued Bear, "I shall be reading a long and difficult poem." I'm not sure if that sounds good. Then Bear headed back to the kitchen to get the cookies. Oh, cookies is good. But before he got there, he quietly turned and tiptoed back to the living room. No Mouse, of course. "Mouse!" Uh-oh, I think he's mad now. Mouse scampered out from behind the tree, tinsel dangling from one ear. Oh, he looks so sad. Pickles and pomes, bellowed Bear. That is the Christmas spirit. Yes, Bear, sighed Mouse. Oh my. Mouse sat in front of the crackling fire. Bear served them pickles and cheese and cookies and tea, smelling of cinnamon and oranges. Oh, that sounds nice. Bear nibbled and sipped. Mouse did too, but his tail was sad. Bear cleared his throat. Mouse looked up. I wonder what's going to happen. 'Twas the night before Christmas, Bear pronounced, when all through the house not a creature was stirring, not even a mouse. Bear stared sternly at Mouse. The pickles are wonderful, whispered Mouse. Bear continued. The stockings were hung by the chimney with care. Bear paused and glanced over at Mouse. Mouse took another mournful bite of his pickle. The stockings were hung by the chimney with care, Bear repeated more loudly. The stockings! What? Look at that! Oh, Mouse got so disrupted. Oh, why is he yelling that? Mouse leapt up, his eyes as bright as Christmas candles. You do have a present for me, he cried, pointing at the mantel. You have stockings. Certainly not. Impossible, monstrous assumption, rumbled Bear. But he was smiling. Mouse scrambled into his stocking and popped back out with a package wrapped in sparkling red paper. Bear looked on eagerly as Mouse tore off the wrapping. It is the best present ever, Bear announced proudly, even if it's not a pickle. Inside was a shiny silver telescope. Look at that. How fun. Bear hurried Mouse out into the crisp winter night. Mouse pointed the telescope toward the glowing moon. Most wonderful, Mouse said softly. Thank you, Bear. Oh. Yes, indeed, Bear smiled, and then looked at Mouse. Well? What? Mouse was busy studying the stars with his new telescope. Mouse, you didn't forget, did you? Bear looked most stricken. What do you think he forgot? Pickles and pomes, said Mouse. Then he turned the telescope toward a nearby fir tree. And presents. There, peeking out from the snowy branches, was a big red bow. Oh, I wonder what he got him. Bear hurried over and pulled out a wooden sled with shiny red runners. I've always wanted a sled with shiny red runners, said Bear. Thank you, Mouse. You are, Bear swallowed, you are an excellent companion, someone of whom I am most fond. You are my best friend too, said Mouse with a happy flick of his whiskers. Merry Christmas, Bear. Merry Christmas, Mouse, cried Bear. Then Mouse and Bear jumped on the sled and swooped down the hill under the shining stars of Christmas. The end. And for Christmas, it always is nice to give something special, no matter how big or small.
Well, we want to thank you guys for listening, and we want to thank the team at Countryside for showing us all these cool things. So thanks again, and we'll see you soon at the library.
Thank you. Bye. What other questions you guys have for poinsettias?
I'm just excited by the buttons.
It has a lot of switches and knobs and dials.
Yeah.
And
What happens if you press the big red one?
it just shuts it off. that's the abort button. Stop.
Oh my gosh.
Yes,
That's
whenever
funny.
I go anywhere, I can
Uh-huh.
touch those things, but okay. I've got a hold of my hands.